NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, has been a pivotal player in global security since its formation in 1949. Established in the aftermath of World War II, NATO was primarily designed to counter Soviet expansion in Europe. With its founding members, 12 countries committed to mutual defense, the alliance aimed to create a secure environment that would prevent another devastating conflict. Over the decades, NATO has expanded to include 30 member states, adapting to the shifting geopolitical landscape while maintaining its core principle of collective defense as outlined in Article 5. However, as we look toward the future, NATO finds itself navigating a complex array of challenges that could redefine its mission and impact on global stability. The resurgence of Russia under President Vladimir Putin has reignited concerns among NATO members. The annexation of Crimea in 2014 and ongoing military actions in Ukraine have underscored the need for a united front against potential aggression. NATO's response has included increased military presence in Eastern Europe, with enhanced support for member states bordering Russia, such as Poland and the Baltic states. The alliance has conducted numerous military exercises to demonstrate its readiness and solidarity, aiming to deter any further expansionist ambitions from Moscow. However, the question remains, can NATO effectively respond to the evolving nature of warfare? The traditional battlefield has expanded, with non-state actors and asymmetric threats becoming more prominent. Terrorism, particularly from groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda, has forced NATO to reassess its strategies. The alliance's involvement in Afghanistan, which lasted nearly 2 decades, illustrates both the challenges of counterinsurgency operations and the complexities of nation-building in a volatile environment. As NATO withdraws from Afghanistan, questions arise about the lessons learned and how they will inform future operations. In addition to conventional military threats, NATO must confront the growing dangers of cyber warfare. The rise of cyber attacks, often attributed to state-sponsored actors, has created vulnerabilities in national infrastructures. From the Russian interference in the 2016 US elections to various hacks targeting critical systems across Europe, the potential for cyber operations to disrupt not just military, but also civilian life is significant. NATO has recognized this threat, establishing its Cyber Operations Center to bolster defenses against cyber attacks and enhance cooperation among member states. This focus on cyber capabilities is essential as digital warfare increasingly becomes a central component of modern conflicts. Climate change is another critical issue NATO must address as it shapes future security considerations. The effects of climate change, such as extreme weather, resource scarcity, and mass migrations, are likely to exacerbate existing tensions and create new conflict scenarios. NATO has begun integrating environmental considerations into its strategic planning, recognizing that security and environmental stability are interconnected. The potential for climate-induced conflicts over water and food resources could lead to instability in regions already facing challenges, nations advocating for a more robust military commitment, while others prioritize diplomatic solutions. Issues such as defense spending disparities have sparked debate about burden sharing. NATO has set a goal for member countries to allocate at least 2% of their GDP to defense spending. Yet many still fall short, leading to discussions about equity and commitment within the alliance. In light of these challenges, conspiracies surrounding NATO often emerge, adding layers of complexity to public perception. Some critics argue that NATO is not merely a defensive alliance, but a vehicle for US dominance in Europe, asserting that American interests often overshadow those of European nations. This perspective fuels debates about sovereignty and the influence of the US on NATO's strategic decisions, particularly regarding military interventions and arms sales. Another conspiracy theory suggests that NATO's expansion is a deliberate strategy to encircle and contain Russia, thereby provoking hostility rather than fostering stability. Proponents of this view claim that NATO's presence in Eastern Europe and its partnerships with former Soviet states are antagonistic actions that heighten tensions. This narrative is often exploited by Russian state media to justify military actions and rally domestic support. Moreover, some conspiracy theories propose that NATO has played a role in fostering instability in various regions to justify its existence and military expenditures. For example, critics argue that NATO's interventions in the Balkans and Libya were not solely aimed at humanitarian goals, but also served to solidify the alliance's relevance in a post-Cold War world. Such theories raise questions about the motivations behind NATO's actions and the implications for international law and sovereignty. As we move into the future, NATO's ability to act will be crucial. The new strategic concept, adopted in 2022, emphasizes deterrence, defense, and cooperative security, recognizing the need for a multifaceted approach to contemporary threats. This involves not only military readiness, but also enhancing partnerships with non-member states and international organizations. Initiatives like the NATO Partnership for Peace have demonstrated the value of collaboration in fostering stability and addressing security challenges. The importance of public perception cannot be overstated in this context. NATO must engage with citizens of member states to demystify its purpose and address concerns about its relevance in a rapidly changing world. Transparency about decision-making processes and the rationale behind military operations can help build trust and understanding. In conclusion, the future of NATO is fraught with challenges yet ripe with opportunities. The alliance must navigate a landscape characterized by traditional military threats, cyber warfare, and climate change while maintaining internal cohesion among diverse member states. As we consider the evolving role of NATO, it is essential to engage in thoughtful discourse about its strategic direction, motivations, and the implications of its actions. What do you think lies ahead for NATO? How can it best address these evolving challenges? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you find this discussion valuable, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into global geopolitics. The resilience of NATO will play a critical role in shaping the future of global security, and your voice is crucial